Hey! Today I'm reviewing my Real Techniques brushes. The first set I'm going to review is the Travel Essentials. I stumbled upon these at London Drugs and was shocked. I had no idea that I could buy them in Canada. I've never seen them in store before and I was like, oh my god, and I bought them right away. So the first one here is the multitasking brush, and it's fantastic. I use it for way too many things, everything really. It's sort of narrow and wide. That's contradictory, but you know what I mean. And because of this, you can use it to contour, or you can use it this way and do like an all-over powder. So it's really great for that. It's really good for buffing products into the skin. It's great for blush. You could highlight with it because it's got a bit of a narrower top to it. And really good for blending all your products together. The Real Techniques brushes have this very long ferrule, which sort of helps a common product with makeup brushes, which is when the glue comes loose and then the ferrule gets all wiggly and then your brush is kind of crappy after that. So very long ferrule, and it's aluminum, which makes it light, which is kind of nice. I've never really been like, oh, this makeup brush is so heavy, but I have noticed that one of them has a little ding in it because aluminum's very frail. So there is that. Also, when you hold them all together, they make this really kind of gross sound of like the aluminum sliding together. Very minor complaint, not really a complaint, just an observation. They're really easy to clean, they clean very nicely, and they're made out of Taklon bristles, which are my favorite bristles. The same thing that my EcoTools brushes are made out of. So super soft, and the synthetic is really great for cream, liquid products, as well as powder, and they clean really nicely. There's the Essential Foundation brush, and this is a great foundation brush. I have to say it's pretty much identical to my EcoTools brush. It looks a little narrower actually, but I find they both work the same. It's a good basic, good to have. I kind of had my eye on the pointed one, but it came in a different kit, and the London Drugs I was at didn't have it, so I was like, no, whatever. I'll take what I can get. So a good basic. And the third brush that it comes with is the domed crease brush, which is by far my favorite brush of all time. Sounds silly, but it's quite wide, and it has this really nice shape cut into it. And it's my absolute favorite brush for doing concealer. Concealer is, you know, like a small part of my routine, but it's something that I do consistently every day. It's one of my go-to, have to do it things, and it fits so perfectly under the eye. It blends it out so nicely. It does the lid well, around the eyes, or around the nose, around the lips, anywhere. You can use it to sort of stipple if you need to, and you could use it for your shadow. It's just fantastic. Absolutely love the Dome Crease brush. The second set I got was the starter set. It has 5 brushes. I'll start with the bigger ones here. This one is the Domed Shadow Brush. And this is a really great shadow brush. It's thick, but not round, so it's not like kabuki style, but it's quite beefy. And the cut's really nice for it. It's kind of rounded. It'll do pretty much anything you want it to do. It's really great, versatile. Also would be a great brush for concealing. Then they make this one the base shadow brush, which is sort of a bit taller. The bristles are taller, and it's much thinner in profile. Still quite dense, and just a really good basic shadow brush. You could use this one as well for packing on the color if you wanted, and for cutting in a smaller crease because the point is quite fine. So this one's really good. It came with this brow brush, which I was surprised to see. I was like, ooh, an angled liner brush, but it's not. It's much thicker than most angled liner brushes, which makes it perfect for my little skinny pencil brows here. I find it's like the perfect width for my brows, so I can just do like one line, and whammo, you're done. It's also quite dense, It cleans really nicely, and the bristles are like a nice stiffness, which makes applying the shadow through the brow hairs quite easy. So I really like this. It's a definite fantastic brow brush. Then we have this accent brush, which is just a little guy, sort of similar to a lip brush. You could definitely use it as a lip brush. Also good for spot concealing and fantastic for highlighting the inner corner. You could do like a really fine highlight up here if you wanted. You could also use it and sort of do your brows with it. You could sort of scrub in the color, and also works well as a liner brush. So this one's super versatile and I'm really happy to have it. This is the Pixel Point liner brush. It's got a bit of a tip to it, and well, it's just a little thicker than I prefer for my own liquid lining. It works really nicely as a spot concealer if you have some little like finer points that you want it to conceal, and also would be good for applying shadow, or you could use it to set your liner with a matching shadow. So it is a really great brush, just not how I like to do my liner, but it's good to have a good staple for your kit. So each of these sets was $20 each, and I think that's a really good price for a high-end brush set. I would say they're definitely high-end, and the fact that she went with tack-on bristles makes me very happy because I've looked through so many high-end brush sets and so many of them use natural hair, and I just don't prefer that. I just really like the way that synthetic washes and the way it's so versatile with the different types of products. So all in all, I absolutely love these brushes. I'll show you some pictures at the end here, and thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.